Hey guys, I've got a subject. We'll call this things that happen inside your helmet. And no, I'm not talking about the cognitive things. We hear about those all the time on moto blogs. I'm talking about actual physical events. I got this idea because a little while ago my nose was itching, and when you got a full face helmet, scratching your nose is kind of tricky. But there's been other events. I don't know about you, but I really sweat, and I sweat particularly from my forehead area. So usually whenever I'm doing any physical activities, sports, working in the yard, whatever, I've got to wear a bandana on my head or something just to keep sweat from dripping down into my eyes. I guess I've got a little bit of allergy sometimes, so sometimes I have some little cough fits in my helmet, and that's always fun. And then that's sometimes followed by, and sorry to get a little too graphic here, but sometimes that's followed by a need to spit, which is also quite difficult inside a full face helmet. And what about sneezing inside your helmet? Oh my, that is gross. I used to use a flip Nino camera, and it used to be mounted inside my chin strap, and it would push up against my nose a little bit. I often wondered if I couldn't control its buttons with my tongue, but that seemed a little gross too, so I didn't do that. My favorite inter-helmet experience was last summer or so. I just had my visor slightly cracked to let a little air in, and I just happened to hit a wasp just right with the edge of my visor to where it hit it pretty good, and then it basically stopped right in the gap between my helmet and my visor. And I could see him working kind of hard to look very far down and to the left. I could see him resting on the top of my chin bar, and he wasn't moving. And then I put my visor down to kind of trap him there so that the wind would not blow him into my helmet, because even a dead wasp can still sting you. It wasn't really convenient for me to stop, so I just figured I'd ride on for a little while. Well, after about 2 minutes, that wasp started moving. And he must have been a little more inside my helmet than outside, because he moved to the inside of my helmet. And I noticed that he started gaining life pretty quickly. And at that point, I was definitely looking for a way to get over. And he sat there, and I could tell he was kind of assessing his damage and wondering what happened. He must have been knocked out. By the time I got pulled over and got my visor up, he flew away. So, I'm assuming some of you guys have had some exciting events happen inside your helmet. Maybe you could tell me about them.